So let's now get on to number 4. What is the best practice for filing emails? So these are the 10 most common questions I get asked about emails. So often I see, and I think the worst that I actually had, or the worst I'd seen, was an inbox where somebody had around 65,000 messages in their inbox. Now, personally, I reckon I've got a bit of OCD. I like to have things all organised, and that may or may not be you. But you need to have a strategy for filing emails. Now, one of the things that I believe is that whilst out there are a number of mechanisms to be able to manage your email, 7-step processes, do this, do that. They can be quite convoluted. And I think the best way to manage your email and file emails is to have the practice that works for you. So find something that works for you. So I suggest that you have a listen to some of the things that I have to say today and take on board, even if it's just 1 or 2 of those things, start applying them and see how they work for you. So one of the most common best practices for filing is to get your email to actually what am I trying to say? To actually display your replicate your filing system on your computer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back here and I'm going to share the screen again, and I'm going to take you into the inbox. So best practice for filing emails would be creating folders over here that are similar to how you might store things. So, for example, with Microsoft, we had general business and we had business processes and procedures. So it's a matter of coming up with some higher level strategies. What often happens for most people is they'll create folders, and before you know it, the folders are running all the way down the screen, all the way down this navigation pane, and they can't see anything that they need. So when you create a folder, you can right-click here and you can just choose New Folder. From here, we give a folder a name. Now, here's a tip. If you want a folder that you have to be pushed up to the top of your list, you can put a dot in front of it, like a full stop, or you can put the number 1, and that will automatically bring it to the top. Of course, if you have several folders with a number 1 at the start, they'll go 1 and then they'll sort alphabetically. So, doing this, for example, 1 for reading, I can rename it. So let me just go this 1 for zoo information, because Z comes after N for newsletters, and you can see that it's automatically pushed that to the top. Anytime you want to move the folders around, you can simply drag them, and wherever you drop them, it changes the sequence. That one was going to drop it inside the newsletters folder. Now, some people like to have just what's active in their inbox working there. I encourage you, wherever you can, to file things from here that you've finished with. And there's a number of ways that you can file information. So it's all about what you need. Now, the beauty of Outlook 365 is it now has a better search feature. So in previous versions, it searched the inbox or it searched a particular folder, but now with the search feature in Outlook, it searches the current mailbox, which is awesome. So you can search for something, a key word, a key characteristic, and then you can use automation to take that information and automatically put it into folders. So a little bit later, we'll be having a look at some features that we have in Outlook that will enable you to automate the filing so that you can tidy up your emails. But it's about creating a structure that's right for you. So have a look at the folders you have underneath your inbox and ask yourself, are they serving you? Do they provide clear and concise ideas on where to go to look for something? Some people like to have things with years, and inside the year they have months of information, or they have a year and then they have client information, for example. So choosing the one that works best for you is the way to go. So we'll have a look a little bit later at automation to file those. So you could also have by clients, you could have folders for projects, etc. Anytime you have a message that you want to drag in, you can just click it and drag it over and drop it on. Or you can click Control and click, and it will enable you to select multiple to drag. And click and hold down Shift and click will enable you to select multiple to drag as well. So all of those are handy techniques to know. So although I like working with pretty much nothing left in my inbox at the end of the day, sometimes that's not possible or not practical. So we'll talk a little later on about some other ideas that can help with filing and managing your emails. So I'm just going to pop back over to our PowerPoint. There we go there. So that was question 4, the best practice for filing